Yo, what's happening? Welcome to the Cooler Heads reaction portion of the channel. I'm your host that does the most, as y'all know, Brand from Marcel. And today, man, we're going to be reacting to a viral video of Kathy Griffin accusing Kanye West of physical, emotional, and psychological abuse of his now wife, Bianca Censori. So without further ado, let's get into this video.
Oh man, I'm going to get in trouble for this video. It's going to be controversial, I'll tell you right now, and I'm probably going to have like a lot of bros coming at me for it and everything, but it's just my opinion, just something I've been thinking about. Okay, so we've all seen those photos.
So first and foremost, she just said something that was quite alarming to me. Like, she said she knows that this is going to be a controversial video, number one. Number two, she says that this is something that the bros are going to come after her for. So I'm guessing that I'm one of the bros that's coming after her. But number three, she said that she's been thinking about this. Now ask yourself, why is Kathy Griffin thinking about Kanye West and his wife? Why is this any of her goddamn business? It's none of our business. But why is it Kathy Griffin's business? Why is she making it her business to comment on what he does with his wife? Right? Because the photos that she's talking about, these photos came out about like a month or two ago. These are old photos. So that makes me think that she's been sitting down, writing a script on what she was going to say about Kanye and his wife. That if that's not alarming to you, I mean, it's alarming to me. But if it's not alarming to you, something's wrong with you.
Photos of Kanye and his new wife, Bianca Censori, right? So I don't need to show you. And it's easy to make fun of Kanye. I mean, I make fun of him in my act because he's like crazy and nutty and does all these things.
So it's fun to make. Wait, what did she say exactly?
Sorry, right? So I don't need to show you. And it's easy to make fun of Kanye. I mean, I make fun of him in my.
She said it's easy to make fun of Kanye because she made fun of him in his act
because he's like crazy.
Because he's like crazy and nutty
and does all these things.
And does all of these things, right? So it's good to make fun of somebody who we know has bipolar disorder. So she just doesn't give a fuck about mental health, right? That shit just went out the window. She doesn't give a fuck about his mental health. And she made fun of this man when he was at a low point in his life. Let's continue, man.
But when I see those photos where she's in pantyhose and like not even a bandeau top, it's really all about being see-through and stuff. I think, number one, she has a banging body. Like, of course, I would kill for that body. So
I bet you would kill for that body, Kathy. I bet you would.
This isn't about that. But she does have a body that is almost identical to Kim.
Now, look, I've heard this before, man. When he first started dating her, people were comparing her to Kim. And I think that has much to do with just a lot of Kim stans. A lot of women look up to Kim Kardashian. So a lot of women are going to obviously talk shit about anybody that Kanye West is associated with after the fact. You know, the fact that he got into a relationship with her pretty soon after he broke up. Well, not soon after, because he was dating that other chick, but that nobody gives a fuck about anymore. But, you know, once he got with her and he seems to be genuinely happy, now everybody wants to go on TikTok and start making comparison videos. Oh, she looks just like Kim. This is kind of weird. This is weird that he's dating someone like Kim. Maybe, just maybe he has a type. Maybe he has a type that he likes, a certain figure that he likes. Maybe he had he took her on as a muse and he wants to experiment and maybe make her into somebody that's just as influential as Kim. Maybe that's what he's attempting to do. Quite possibly. I don't know. I'm just throwing some shit out there.
And what I wanted,
and is there anything wrong with a guy having certain preferences in how their woman looks? Is it?
I'm suggesting this is just my belief, is...
What are you suggesting, Kathy? What are you suggesting?
This is going to be bad.
If it's going to be bad, you probably shouldn't say it, Kathy. You probably shouldn't say it.
I actually think that he may be physically abusing her. And at the very least, 100% I think he's psychologically abusing her.
You stupid. Uh-oh, retard alert.
What the hell did I just hear? Like, you think that Kanye West is physically, emotionally, and psychologically abusing his wife? Based off of what? What evidence do you have to suggest such a thing? Has Kanye West ever had a history of physically abusing women? Physically. Now, you could probably make the argument for psychologically and emotionally abusing somebody, but physically abusing anybody, I don't think that anyone has ever accused Kanye West of putting their hands on them. Kim never said it. Amber Rose never said it. These are some of the bigger name people that he's dated, and none of them has said anything like that. And some of the other girls, who was the other chick that he was dating before this girl, before Bianca, like, she never said that he physically abused her. And she's just pulling the shit up out of her ass, accused. Like, these are serious accusations. Serious accusations. You can't just throw some shit out there without any evidence. So she better have something to back this shit up.
Now, let me tell you why. I've talked about my dead brother, Ken, on this app, who was...
What does your dead brother have to do with Kanye West?
A physically abusive man toward, actually his wife and his girlfriend.
What does your dead brother, Ken, being physically abusive towards his wife, have to do with Kanye West?
Both told me, but one time his wife told me about a time that he had physically abused her when she was out of the shower. He locked her outside their apartment and she was totally naked because he wanted to humiliate her in that way.
So your dead brother, Ken, his wife told you about a time where she got out of the shower and he locked her out of the apartment building, and that and how he wanted to, like, how he got off to humiliating her in that way. You think that somehow that's related to Kanye West?
And there seems to be no sign of intelligent life anywhere.
What?
You can't make this shit up, bruh. You can't make this shit up. You really can't, bruh. This is some crazy ass shit. Like, this is crazy, bro, that she would even attempt to do that. And like, this is just like the era that we live in today, where it's really scary if you're a man of value or you're a man that is well known, because your reputation could get tarnished just by somebody making some baseless ass accusation like this. And that could fuck you up. That could really fuck you up. And it's already bad enough that Kanye West is fighting the powers that be, the media. You know, it's already bad enough that he has to fight them. But then you have crazy ass motherfuckers like this that don't know nobody from a can of paint, making crazy ass accusations, like such as you physically and emotionally abusing your wife because she knows of a situation where her own brother physically abused his wife, which I don't even know if that constitutes as physical abuse. Maybe it does. I don't know. Like, you know, when I think of physical abuse, I'm thinking about straight up domestic violence, where somebody is beating on somebody, you know, not just locking somebody out of an apartment, you know.
So when I see this woman who has no voice, we have not heard a peep out of her. I've read that she has a master's degree in architecture from a university in Australia. She's gorgeous. She seems to have no voice whatsoever. She's not on social media.
So just because she's not on social media means that she has no voice? Like, what? This is crazy. First of all, you didn't know her from a can of paint. Nobody knew who she was until you started dating Kanye West. Maybe, just maybe, this is just maybe she's just smart and she sees the situation that her husband is in, and that her husband is in a full out war with the media, and he's like banned from every social media platform. And maybe she just doesn't want to promote any of these social media entities. Maybe she just doesn't want to be on any of these social media entities that have banned her husband. Maybe she's sticking together with her husband, like how maybe Kim should have done. Oh, I know that's going to make a lot of y'all upset and angry or whatever. Maybe Kim should have backed him up in that, in that sense, but she didn't, because she had a brand and all of these other brand deals and other people that she needed to align herself with, because it will fuck up her brand, right? But Bianca doesn't have that problem. She could just legitimately just be supportive of her husband. Maybe it could have just been that, or maybe she probably didn't give a fuck about social media to begin with. It could have been that too. Why does it have to be, oh, Kanye is abusing her in some way because she's not on social media? That's insanity. That's not even like, that's nowhere near logic. That's the farthest thing from logic, to just leap to these types of conclusions.
I don't know if he's not letting her talk, but I just think that her walking around with him, and he's covered up in practically a freaking burqa. I mean, he's covered up.
He's covered up because Kanye West is sick and tired of the fucking paparazzi. How many times we have evidence of this? Everything that I'm saying, there's evidence of Kanye West attacking paparazzi constantly when he goes with Kim Kardashian. Even after Kim Kardashian, he doesn't like being around the media. He doesn't like the paparazzi. He doesn't like the Hollywood games. He doesn't like all that bullshit. That's why he covers himself up, because he knows how much of a target he is. So that's why, Kathy.
Up and scarred.
I know you probably can't relate because you're just fucking irrelevant nowadays. I don't even know why I'm really reacting to this. The only reason why I'm reacting to this is because you're going viral off of this. I'm gonna just be honest.
And clothes, but when they were in Italy, and he had her drop to her knees, what looks like in the photos.
He had her drop to her knees? How do you know that, Kathy? How the fuck do you know that? You're making crazy accusations. You don't know if he forced her to get on her knees. How do you know if she just didn't do that on her own? The fuck?
And give him a service, and we saw his bare butt, knowing there were paparazzi photographers all the way around and people with just phone cameras. That to me just reeks of abuse. Like, get on your knees and do this.
That reeks of abuse when normal everyday couples do the same shit all day, every day. So who's abusing who in those situations, Kathy? Huh? Please tell me. Please fucking tell me.
Now on a freaking water tap.
And you're saying that he told her to get on her knees now. Like, how do you know that? Were you there? Like, was that a first-hand account? Did you hear that happen? I didn't see no fucking videos of that. Like, what the fuck?
So it might sound to guys like, oh, that's sexy in a fantasy. Doesn't look like a fantasy for her. And they sort of...
Based off of what? How do you know that that wasn't a fantasy of hers? She was actually doing the act. So maybe it was a fantasy of hers. It probably wasn't a fantasy that weird motherfuckers was pulling out their cameras, taking pictures of them, doing whatever normal couples do.
Sort of got in trouble in Italy, and she still, walks around with him in pantyhose and always high heels. And you guys, she's not selling this stuff.
How you know she's just not an exhibitionist, Kathy? She doesn't have to be selling shit. Maybe she just likes exposing her body. Maybe that could be a thing. Also, since when are we policing how women dress? I thought that was taboo to do. I thought we can't tell women to cover up or whatever. Now, why are you now taking issue with the way that she chooses to dress herself? You just want to blame Kanye when you don't know none of this stuff is facts. Like, that's crazy to me.
So there were sort of similar photos with Kim back in the day.
Yeah, and then like Kim used to dress the same way. People used to talk shit about that. Now look at Kim. Now she made a whole fucking $1 billion off of that. and now nobody says shit about it. Yo, just because she's selling the product now. But, you know, before, y'all was killing her for how she choose to dress. And look, mind you, Kanye, when he was still with Kim, one of the things that was like big, one of their big arguments or whatever was Kanye. He was starting to go more, go back into the Christian route, right? And he wanted Kim to start dressing up more. And she publicly said, you know, she wasn't going to do that. You know, that's his journey that he's on, his spiritual enlightenment, all of that stuff. And that's cool for him, but she wasn't going to acquiesce to that. So for all we know Kanye, he had that stance with Kim. Maybe he had that same stance with Bianca, and now Bianca just wants to wear whatever the fuck she wants. Maybe it's that. And you trying to make it seem like Kanye is making her dress this way? Come on, Kathy. Come on, Kathy supporters and feminists alike. Come on. I know you're not going to be crazy and psycho like her. Come on. I know you're not.
And then Kim would be wearing Skims, which she was selling, God love her, and now she's a billionaire, and that worked. And this does not seem like that. And the photo where
it doesn't seem like that based off of what? Photos?
Has a pillow in front of her breasts. I don't know if she was like, can I just go out with a freaking pillow or what? But then they went to Germany and they went to a fashion show. And this time she was in like a thong and like this sort of, I'm going to sound silly now, like this like big bird headdress where it looked like she couldn't see and yet still like practically naked. And there's video of them walking down a stairwell going to this fashion show, and he's not holding her hand, he's not helping her. And so I don't know her. I'm never going to meet her.
Exactly. You don't fucking know her. You're never going to meet her. So why the fuck are you talking about her and her relationship with Kanye West? Come on. Mind your fucking business.
But I just want to know what you guys think, because it just
I think that you're crazy.
Looks like something a really controlling, abusive dude would do. Okay.
You shouldn't have fucking sent this out, Kathy. You should have kept this shit in the fucking archives, kept it in the vault. You shouldn't have never put this out, because if I'm Kanye West, I'm looking to sue your ass. I will sue you. That's me, because I'm petty like that. And I feel like you playing with me. You playing with me. You playing with fire. I'm about to sue your ass. I'm about to make an example out of you, Kathy. That's what I would do if I'm Kanye West. But, you know, thankfully I'm not him. I'm me, and I'm gonna say what I feel about how I feel about this. I think that you're crazy. I think that you dead ass crazy, and I think that what you're trying to do is you're trying to get clout off of Kanye, because you probably are falling into the land of obscurity and nobody really gives a fuck about you like that. And the only way that you could get people talking about you is if you talk about somebody that people actually do care about, which is Kanye West. So you're not no different from a lot of other people, you know, just taking shots at them. So, you know, have your fun, have at it or whatever. But that's how I feel about this video. That's how I feel about Kathy. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and I'm out. Peace.